Hey guys, this is Coach Marco Robert here, and thank you so much for checking my channel. Guys, today I want to talk to you about the meaning of a business entity. Hey, so you're watching this, maybe you're thinking about starting a business and you've heard this term business entity and you're not sure exactly what it means. A lot of people come to me and they say, you know what, I'm confused about this idea of business entity. What is a business entity? Do I need one? Well, so I'm not going to be able to tell you if you need one or not because I'm not a lawyer. And a business entity is actually a legal structure that actually represents your business instead of you doing it yourself, right? So let me explain that to you. You know, when you start a business, if you do not have an entity, the way that I understand it, again, I'm not a lawyer, but this is not for legal purpose. This is for educational purpose only. The way that I understand this is this, right? If you start a business and you don't have a separate entity, you are basically called a sole proprietor, okay? So your business and you is the same thing. So when people buy something, they buy something directly from you. So imagine that there might be some risks, right? I mean, let's say somebody buys something from you and then they choke on it. Then then you personally sold it to them and then they choked, then they can actually sue you. You know, let's say your business has a physical address and somebody comes to your place of business and let's say they trip on the steps and they break their legs. Well, if you own the business, they sue you. Let's say you make a lot of money in your business and there are some shady lawyers out there. They know you're making a lot of money, so they decide to sue you for no reason whatsoever. Well, now all of your personal assets, including your house, your car, your retirement account, may actually be exposed because you are transacting yourself in business. So what most business people do is they will create a separate entity, a separate legal entity. Now, there's a lot of different legal entities. At the federal level, you can actually create what's called a C corporation, which is basically a corporation. That corporation can actually decide to become an S corporation. So basically, when you open an account with the IRS, you basically decide that instead of being taxed as a normal C corporation, you're going to be taxed as an S corporation. There's a lot of details pertaining to that. Also, pretty much every state in the union has created something called an LLC or Limited Liability Company. Limited Liability Companies are state-issued business entities. They're very, very popular right now because of really what it is in the old days you had a lot of people who used partnerships, right? So you could create a general partnership or a limited partnership, and they still exist. In fact, the way that I understand this is when two people get together and they start a business together or they start a business relationship together, they are deemed to be in a general partnership automatically. As far as I understand, again, I'm not a lawyer, okay? That's just my understanding, my interpretation of it. When two people get together, they are deemed to be in a general partnership. That means this. That means that if any party does something in their life and they're being sued, automatically the other party can actually be sued for the same reason. Let me explain something to you. Okay, you start let's say you and your friend decide to make tie-dye t-shirts together, okay? No big deal, right? You just say, we're gonna make some tie-dye t-shirts and we're gonna make a couple $1,000s a month. Okay, great. So you do those t-shirts. Well, you operate the business for a few months. Automatically, you're deemed to be in business together inside of a general partnership. Now, let's imagine that your friend gets drunk and then has an accident and then ends up killing someone. And then he gets sued by the family. And then your friend does not have a lot of assets, okay? But you happen to be a trust fund kid and you have a lot of money. Well, in the discovery process, the lawyers are going to find out that him and you have been in business together inside of a general partnership, and they're going to try to convince that because you two are in business together, that you are also responsible for all of this, okay? Again, look it up. I'm not a lawyer, but that's the way I understand it. When you are doing business with somebody else, you automatically form an entity called a general partnership. Now, that general partnership can also be registered. So you can literally register a general partnership if you intend to do that, and then you can get a tax ID number for your general partnership. They're less common than they used to be. Okay. Then you also have limited partnership, which is another form of entity. So at the end of the day, the idea for most entities, okay, is simply to create a layer of protection between you and actually the world out there. That's the general idea of creating a business entity. So I'm not going to give you any opinion. I'm not going to give you any advice because this is not my area of expertise. However, this is something that my clients ask me all the time. Marco, should I create a business entity? And because I've asked the question to many lawyers over the years, the general answer is yes. Create a wall of protection between you and the world out there. Otherwise, you personally expose yourself to all the risks of the business. Does that make sense? Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. I hope you enjoyed this very abbreviated expression of what a business entity is. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Guys, I come up with a lot of these ideas and videos and hacks for you guys to actually run a successful business. So subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure that you check the little bell because you're going to get automatically notified. YouTube will notify you automatically every time I create a new video. That's kind of a cool new feature. And also leave me a comment. And if there's any topics that you're wondering and you'd like to know more about relating to business, just say so in the comments below and I'll make sure to record a video in the future. Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. Remember, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always gotten. Click on the next videos and continue your education.